What's up, y'all? We back. It's been a minute. Life has been fucking me in my ass with the lights off. And, you know, if I'm gonna be getting fucked in my ass, I'd like to have the lights on. And so we've done that. I didn't have a phone for a while. I didn't have a car for a minute. But now we back. The train is back on the tracks. God has blessed me with good people, a good job, and patience, thankfully. But today we're not going to talk about life. We're going to talk about a small part of it. And that small part of it is Call of Duty. It's been a part of my life for a long time, since 2007, 2006, 2007. Actually, before that, back on like PS2 and shit, like Call of Duty 2, and even Treyarch's first entry, Call of Duty 2, Big Red one, Call of Duty 3. You know, my dad loved war games. He was in the army, so I guess it kind of makes sense, right? But yeah, man, Call of Duty's gone downhill. It's been downhill and down bad for a minute. I would say it started going down bad around Black Ops 4. Now, I am personally going to say I do like Black Ops 4. You guys are just going to have to ignore the shitty video quality and just enjoy the audio. I'm sorry. But I did enjoy Blackout, and I enjoyed multiplayer about a year after launch, when like not all the like hardcore sweats were on there. Like, so there were like hardcore Black Ops 4 players, and then there were just other people, so it made the lobbies not too terrible. And zombies, I absolutely love zombies in Black Ops 4. I know that's going to be a hot take, but I personally think the last bit of the most original content we've got when in regards to zombies came out of Black Ops 4. With the Chaos story, going into Greek mythology and doing all that shit. And even the Titanic map, the least favorite map out of that entire game, out of the launch batch, out of the launch maps, the Titanic was the worst. I think later on, I think maybe the remake of Call of the Dead, I didn't really care for that, but it's whatever. I think Black Ops 4 is the last bunch of the most original maps, story, you know, all that. I'm just tired of the Ether shit. You know, we had like a good, how long? Like almost a decade run with them, going from World at War all the way to Black Ops 4. I just feel like I was just ready to move on. Chaos was the perfect thing, but because of false promises and mishaps due to Treyarch, no one cared about Chaos, because they were just, like me, they were ready for the Ether story to be wrapped up. They were looking forward to that the most, and, you know, we got promised. That's really what it falls down to with Black Ops 4. It was just a lot of promises that did not come through. That's the main problem with Black Ops 4. And, you know, like the launch bugs and shit. But all in all, like, Black Ops 4 was not a terrible game. I did enjoy Modern Warfare 2019 for a little. I won't lie, for a good amount of time. I actually enjoyed Modern Warfare 2019. But Black Ops Cold War did not catch me at all. I did play the zombies maps, because I think they were free, right? They dropped those free. So like after the life cycle was pretty much up, I went back and like blitzed through those maps and tried to do the Easter egg solo and stuff, and those maps were alright. I don't really care for the Dark Ether story, personally. I think part of the reason is because we don't have characters to get attached to. Like, there's the characters like Weaver and stuff that are in the cutscenes, but you don't have like a playable character to get attached to. Like, motherfuckers just going through playing as Rambo, Weaver, like in Cold War, so I just don't care. Yeah, I played Vanguard for what, like a week, and then dropped it. And this is what I mainly want to talk about. I've been talking about your bullshit up until this point. But Vanguard was the last Call of Duty that I purchased. And that's not really saying much, just that's really like 2 games ago at this point. But that was truly the point where I was like, you know what? I'm done with Call of Duty. In a sense of paying for the shit. Like, I did not buy Modern Warfare 2. And I hate it too, because as much as I enjoyed the Modern Warfare 3 beta, I'm not dropping $70 on that just to play multiplayer. Like, if I'm at a point in my life where if I want to quench my Call of Duty thirst, I'll download Warzone for a week and wear that out. And then just delete it until I'm ready to play Call of Duty again. But, you know, it's not like before when I was younger, man, and like in school and shit, when the 360 was out, and you just wanted to play Modern Warfare 2 for 8 hours a day. Like, anytime you weren't in school, you wanted to play Modern Warfare 2. I'm not at that point anymore, you know? And, you know, even if I didn't have a kid, I wouldn't want to be playing these fucking games like that. Like, there's so many other games, and I've grown within, like, the last 10 to 15 years as a person, and what I like the type of content I like to consume and what I like to fill my time with. And like, Call of Duty just isn't like up there anymore, and I think it's sad. It's the same thing with Halo, but I keep getting off track. Going back to Call of Duty though, Treyarch, you're my last hope. If your 4-year, and I get it, like, this don't really mean much, the fact that you've been working on this game for 4 years, like, you've been having to help everybody else during that 4 years, so I don't know what to expect with your full release game, but it's you. I know Vandahar, I know he left, but, you know, he was there for a decent amount of time for me to think he had enough influence on this next game of y'all's. So yeah, this Black Ops Gulf War, whatever it's gonna be, this is the last one that I'm gonna buy. And I wouldn't be buying it if it didn't have y'all's name on it. Like, if this was another Sledgehammer game, I wouldn't buy it. If this was another Infinity Ward Call of Duty, I wouldn't buy it. Like, I'm only going to buy this next Call of Duty because of y'all. And if the beta sucks and I don't like what I see in the trailers or anything, there's a lot of fucking bullshit leading up to it, I still might not even buy it. But I really want to, because I have faith in y'all. And yeah, man, if y'all don't do it, I'm done. And with that being said, I think we need to switch up the way we develop Call of Duty. And I don't just mean give these development studios 3 years and all that type of shit. Like, I don't mean just extend the development time. I mean, we need to take 2 of these studios out of the picture, and we need to let one of them develop Call of Duty. Sorry, I had to fix my thing. We don't need 3 different places making games for a single franchise. And like, people who know much more about video game culture and are deeper into the industry than I am will probably pull out examples of franchises that have a bunch of different studios made by them. But I don't know, I feel like those people who are doing that, like, have had that down to a T for years already. And I don't know, Call of Duty had it down, but they've lost it. And we need to just put one team in charge of the single Call of Duty game. So here's my idea. I think if Treyarch comes out swinging and their game is really good, I say let Treyarch be the main developers for Call of Duty. Sledgehammer made just from the beta that I played. Modern Warfare 3 seems really fun. I had a lot of fun. I did not hate. Even when the SBMM started kicking in, I was still having fun. And that may have been just because it was Modern Warfare 2 maps. And it's like legacy skill for me when it comes to those maps, you know? Like, I knew exactly. The motherfuckers that were playing on Favela this year in the beta were camping in the same spots that they were all camping in back in 2009. So, like, I didn't really give a shit. Like, so I was having as much fun as I was in the Modern Warfare 3 beta as I was back then. I'm just not dropping $70 for it. So, like, if Treyarch comes out and the shit is trash, honestly, let Sledgehammer develop the Call of Duty games. So, let's say that happens, actually. Let's do that. Infinity Ward. No, I'm sorry, Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer will develop the Call of Duty games. Treat it like Battlefield. Like, let them have like 3 to 4 years. Give them 4 years, you know? Give them 4 years of development for each game. And within those 4 years, they can just be cranking out content that people can spend money on. So that's all y'all motherfuckers want anyway. And then guess what? Raven and Infinity Ward, have them work on Warzone. That's all you need. Because Infinity Ward, they want to do all this bullshit with slowing the game down and making it realistic. Let them do that bullshit in Warzone. That's fine if you want to do that in Warzone, but stop trying to bring that to the 6v6 landscape, because you're just messing it up. So let Infinity Ward and Raven work on Warzone. Let Sledgehammer Games work on the main Call of Duty game with the campaign and the third mode and the multiplayer 6v6. And then let Treyarch go and make a new original IP. I don't care what it is. Just let them do something that's not Call of Duty and give them 3 to 4 years. Something. And then we'll be straight. Because we'll have the free-to-play experience being worked on by Infinity Ward and Raven. I think those two development teams, I think those two are enough. I think they can handle doing Warzone. I think Sledgehammer can handle doing Call of Duty on their own as long as they have the proper amount of time. And I think Treyarch, let them go and make other games. Just let them have a new IP. Let them start a new franchise. Hell, most of the fans are saying they want Treyarch to just make a straight up zombies game. Let them do that. I don't even care. Like, let it be a first person shooter zombies game. Let it take little, like, essentially, you know what, like, Glenn Schofield did with the Callisto Protocol? It's not Dead Space, but it's Dead Space. Like, he did just enough with the, you know, he couldn't do the health down the spine, but he could do the health on the back of the neck. Do that with Treyarch's, like, full-fledged straight-up zombies game. Don't make, it's not Call of Duty Zombies, but put in enough stuff in there to where it's like, this is what you guys have been wanting. This is a full-fledged Call of Duty Zombies game, but we're just not calling it that. And if it's not that, and Treyarch just makes a completely new IP, I am completely fine with that. I just want Call of Duty to get back to a place where I loved it like it was back then. If it doesn't get all the way there, that's fine, but I just want to be able to enjoy it and want to support it financially, you know? But I think that's the best way to do it. I just got home. This video is about like 5 minutes over than I would have liked it to be anyway. I hope y'all have a great night. I hope Call of Duty gets to a decent spot that we can all agree on. And y'all keep gaming. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.